Hey, what is up, beautiful people? My name is LifeWithIkey. I'm an artist based here in New York City. Creative roadblocks. If you're having or in the middle of a creative roadblock watching this right now, I just want to let you know you are not alone. And I've come up with 7 different, tips and strategies for overcoming creative roadblocks. And make sure you stay to the end because I have a bonus tip. Yeah, let's just hop straight into it. So the first tip I have to overcoming creative roadblocks, it is understanding that creative roadblocks are completely normal. Okay, every single creative goes through it, and just understanding that just takes the weight off of you because nothing necessarily that you're doing, but it's just something that kind of happens. So understand that creative roadblocks are normal and it is nothing against who you are as a creative, okay? I promise you. So that leads me into my second tip for overcoming creative roadblocks. Don't be so hard on yourself and really take time for yourself. Rest and relaxation, some nice R&R, whatever it is that you do to recharge your batteries, okay? So that could be taking a walk in the park or watching a couple episodes of your favorite show or listening to a really dope album. Do things that take your mind off of the pressure and the stress of trying to create or trying to come up with more ideas, okay? Creativity is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But the same with muscles and same with exercising. You don't want to overwork your muscles. You don't want to overwork your creativity. My third tip is going to be figure out what the source of your creative roadblock is. What is it that's causing this creative roadblock? Is it fear? Is it insecurity? Is it doubt? I know for me, a lot of the times when I hit creative roadblocks, it's largely doubt and insecurity. Part of the reason because I'll look at other artists or I'll look at just other people who are doing similar things to what I do. So I'll look at the stuff that they're making and it'll just be like super dope. And I'm like, yo, I really can't make nothing like that. And I start to really doubt and not trust my skills. If you're not secure in your own skills, then that may lead to a creative roadblock because you'll be too afraid, in a sense, to actually create more. Once you realize what the problem is, what the source is, then you can figure out how to handle it. The next thing is to visualize it and let it go. Visualization is a very key and powerful thing. My stepmom, when I was younger, she would walk me through an exercise. Anytime that I was dealing with a lot of doubt and insecurities with myself, not necessarily dealing with creativity, but it still applies. But she would say to visualize what the issue is, So if it's doubt, take it and crumple it up, literally physically crumple it up and then throw it away. And it may feel and look crazy, but I promise you it really helps. Just being able to visualize what it is that you're dealing with and going through the act and the motions of taking it. All right, here's my fear. Here's my doubt. Let me, and then throwing it, right? You're saying, be gone. You know what I'm saying? And once you visualize it and let go, now you can move forward. Now, the next tip I have is to practice creating just for you. No pressure, no expectations, absolutely nothing. Just letting your mind flow, letting your hands flow. I don't know about you, but I can be a bit of a perfectionist. And maybe that's the same with you. But having a perfectionist mindset is really detrimental because we start to overthink everything. Don't you remember the days where you would just take your pen or your pencil and a sheet of paper and just doodle and draw without really thinking about it? Especially when you were in class, it was really helpful because I'm just allowing my mind to flow, not really thinking about what I'm creating, but I'm just creating for my own sake. And maybe you're an artist or a songwriter, you know what I'm saying? Create art that's just for you. It's not for anybody else. I feel like that's super important and super crucial for us as creatives because there's no outside pressure, no outside expectations that are acting upon us. Yeah, so you see that jacket back there? It says God really loves you. I'll put up a picture of it on the screen right now. But I made it because it's really difficult now that I'm doing YouTube to film the different projects that I'm doing because I'm just so used to getting into the zone and customizing my clothes or customizing my shoes. And now I have to consciously think about, okay, here are the different shots that I'm filming or whatever to make this video to present to the world. And for a season, I stopped making things just for myself, just for the fun of it. And once I started doing that more, it was like, okay, now I can kind of relax. I can kind of clear my head now. Nobody has to see it. It's literally just for your own sake. And it's something that you can look back on and it's a lot more meaningful to you. You're not looking for anybody else's approval, which oftentimes as creatives, we can fall into the trap of, okay? So the sixth tip I have for overcoming your creative roadblocks is to find one of your favorite creators or creatives and imitate them. Creativity is all about imitation and taking different aspects of different things in life and putting it all into one. It's kind of like a collage. I know growing up, a lot of my friends used to draw like anime characters, and they would take like the manga and literally practice drawing them. And over the years, they got better, and their art skills are a lot better now because they've practiced on how to draw these different characters, imitating some of their favorite artists who draw the characters from their favorite shows. Recently, I made this phone case into a Cause inspired, phone case. But I was really stumped. I wanted to customize my phone case. I didn't really know what to do, and I didn't feel like I had the skill set to really do anything too complicated. So I took one of my favorite artists, Cause, and I basically replicated his style. And to be honest, like looking at it, I know that I can do a lot better, but at the same time, I kind of understand how he composes his works. It's all about the process. You have to fall in love with the process as a creative. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly frustrated. Fall in love with the progress and fall in love with the process, okay? The seventh tip that I have for overcoming your creative roadblock is to have a notebook. Jot down everything. It doesn't matter what kind of creative you are. Having a notebook or having a place where you can jot down your ideas and sketches and everything, right, is super, super important. Sometimes we'll come up with stuff in our brain and it's difficult for us to sort through everything because we don't have any way of organizing it. But this helps us to organize our thoughts. And a lot of times you'll find that once you start writing things down, then your brain is doing a download of sorts, where it's taking all these ideas that you have stuck in your head and you're basically opening the faucet and just allowing everything to flow. So make sure you have a notebook. It is super, 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 super crucial that you have a notebook. I have like 6 more of these back at home, I kid you not. And being able to look back on the things I was able to create as a result of that has just been super amazing. I'll link in the description where I got mine from. If you're ordering stuff on Amazon anyways, might as well just pick up one of these. So if you're still here, you're amazing. I love you. Seriously, I love you. I'm gonna get into this bonus tip real quick, but before I do, just make sure you like this video if you found it helpful, useful, inspirational, whatever. Let me know in the comments, please, what was your favorite part? What was the tip that, you're going to take away? Just one tip, right? Also, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and share with a friend who you think may find this useful, okay? Thank you so much. I love you. Seriously. And now the bonus tip that I have, ready for this? Go check out my last video. Seriously, my last video, I talked about 6 tips on being a more productive creative. And these are things I found super useful over the last couple of months as I've been creating a lot more, especially with, creating YouTube content now too. I think I was dropping some gems, and I know a lot of people have reached out to me and told me how useful they were, which is honestly a blessing. I really just want to help fellow creatives like myself just really be all they can be and create. So check out the last video if you haven't already. Link is in the description, and it should be in a card, little card up top. So yeah, a lot more content on the way. I'm gonna give you a sneak preview of the stuff that I'm working on. Oh, you see this? Yeah. we won't get into this, but kind of the details and sneak peeks and behind the scenes of everything that I'm working on is on my Instagram page at LifeWithIkey. Go follow it if you haven't already. You are truly missing out. Connect with me there. Connect with me in the comments. But yeah, love you guys. Peace, love, and prosperity. Wish you the best. Have a good day.